Andy is off. He's been in Alaska. So this is Brittany, our producer, the producer of Fresh Living right here.
Look what the cat dragged in today.
Okay, so you do the Twin Tested segments with your twin sister, Brooke.
Yes.
On the morning show.
Yes.
You produce this show. She produces the noon show.
Yes.
So we thought you should meet the woman behind the show.
And this is so fun because it's not like we are chatting together, you know, 10 hours of the day normally.
I know, and then texting.
Yes.
Right, okay, so it's your 1 year anniversary.
Yes, my 1 year wedding anniversary is this weekend.
Yeah.
And since I am a newbie, I don't know what to do other than, you know, we've kept this cake in our freezer for the past year.
Right, we're going to try it.
I want you to taste it.
Okay,
I think we should do a little pre-anniversary taste test.
Yes, I should taste it before you and Sam.
Yes, I think we should just dig in. Just take a big old bite off the side here.
It honestly still looks pretty good. You must have wrapped it well.
I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but...
I'm not nervous at all.
Here it goes.
Okay. That piece is a little hard. How is it? How is it? Good?
It still tastes like cake.
Does it?
I'm pleasantly surprised right now.
Darn. Okay, I'll just use my hands.
We should have fed it to each other.
Oh, we should have.
Oh.
Smashed it. So you thought it was almond? It's almond.
It's almond. That's pretty good.
I think it actually
year-old
tastes good. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we wanted to talk. You're married a year now.
Yes.
Almost.
Yes.
I'm married almost 13 years,
yes.
which is crazy. So I want
you got frosting on your eyelash.
You said give me some marital advice. I'm like, I have none for you. And I wanted some from you because, you know, like a year in, what are the things that you hope you're still doing 13 years from now that you're doing now? Because I want to live like a newlywed.
You know, I think the whole first year is just fun because everything's new. So it's like the first time you're cooking together, the first time you're going on these trips as a married couple, all that kind of stuff. But you also find out really weird stuff, like that both me and my husband are sleepwalkers and sleep talkers.
That is crazy.
Which can create some pretty funny moments.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you say as some good advice?
Okay, so number one, I learned that my husband talks a lot, more than I thought. That's what I learned. And then, Brandon. And then my only advice would be, and my dad gave me this advice too, and I thought it was really good, and he gave it to me about a year ago, which could have used 12 years ago. He said, just take it one day at a time.
Oh, so true.
You know, because you go through hard phases, and then you go through good phases, and through the hard, you know, you kind of have to ask yourself, like, am I throwing in the towel today? Well, no, you're probably not. You know, just take it one day at a time, which is good. When wise words from someone who's been married 45 years.
Yes, I love it. That's great.
Well, it's fun to have you on today.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and thanks for the cake. Now,
let's keep eating.
One woman that you introduced us to a while ago is DENISE DRUCE.
Yes, she is my all-time favorite. Personal trainer, health expert, everything. So today we get to talk to her a little bit about yoga and just some of our random questions, because we always have a couple random questions for Denise. Hi, Denise.
Yes. Hi, how are you guys?
Good. Doing great. Okay, you just had a big birthday.
I did.
And so you went skydiving.
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
It was absolutely amazing. It's a goal that I had set for myself for my whole life, from the time
I feel the same. I want to do it too.
Yeah, I wanted to do it on my 50th birthday for whatever reason, so we did. My husband and I went, and there were 10 of us all together. Scariest thing I've ever done.
I love it.
And the most fun, the most exhilarating. Like, I'm not afraid of anything now. There's nothing that scares me now.
I am so impressed. Okay, and we're looking at pictures of you right now, and it looks like you were having a lot of fun. There are no tears.
No tears, not one single. Well, the wind in your face kind of created some tears, but it was so fun.
Oh, you said you were nervous.
Yes.
Now, if you wouldn't have been going tandem, would you have dared to jump out of that plane?
No.
You wouldn't have.
No,
okay.
I love the fact that the guy on my back had jumped 8,000 times, so I felt safe.
Yeah.
He didn't want to die. He packed his shit well. It was good.
Exactly.
It was good. But when we jumped out of the plane, he said, my favorite thing ever. Everyone says, oh, you're going to die, you're going to die. He said, count to 3 and get ready to live.
Oh.
And I swear that's what it feels like. You jump out of this plane, and it's just like I'm jumping into the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know? It's awesome.
That is great.
So, Denise, tell us, you're a yoga instructor, a yoga teacher, all of that.
Yep.
Tell us why it's so good for not only your body, but also your mind. Because some people are scared to do yoga.
A lot of people are scared to do yoga. People say, I don't want to be the most inflexible person in the room, but that's why we do yoga.
Right? You know what? You should be scared. Because you're going to tune in with some inner thoughts that maybe you have not wanted to face. And that's what I found the first couple of times I did yoga.
That's exactly right.
Real clarity, which is scary.
Yes. Yeah, it's really scary. You guys were talking about wedding anniversaries. We just celebrated our 18th wedding anniversary
Congratulations!
on Sunday. And as I was listening to you guys, I think yoga has helped me so much with the most important thing in my marriage, which is if you can be where you are in any given moment and not be dragging up the past and not be worried about the future, you can be happy. And so that's so helpful to a relationship, and that's what our yoga mat teaches us. This breath, this pose, this moment, you don't have to worry about the rest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, show us some of the moves. Like if you're not going to go to a class but you want to incorporate some yoga just in your routine, what are some things we can do at home?
Okay, so you can get on YouTube and you can just search for a simple sun salutation. So a sun salutation is just going to be a lot of breathing. So we're going to lift our arms up on the inhale. We're going to fold forward on the exhale. And you can stay there and just stretch the back of the body. We're going to come up, and then we move into a favorite pose called downward facing dog.
Yeah, downward dog.
That's a toughie for me.
By the end of the class.
Yeah, so down dog is where we build strength and flexibility at the same time. Then we come forward into this little thing called a half series. And
Denise just makes it look so easy,
I know,
doesn't she?
it's true.
well, I've been practicing this for a long time. That's what happens when you're, 50. So that's a sun salutation. It's 12 breaths, 12 movements. And if you did nothing else but wake up every morning and go through that sequence a few times, you'd be stronger, you'd be more flexible, you'd be more calm and ready to meet your day.
So Denise, why is breathing important in yoga?
So breathing is what brings us to now. Right? So right now, we're on television and we're talking and I get a little anxious.
Yeah.
If I just take a deep breath and exhale, I can be myself.
Yes.
I can be who I am in this moment and not worried about all the other things. That makes me a better mom. It makes me a better teacher. It makes me a better friend. So breathing, just if we're aware of our breath, we are where we are in this moment.
And, a lot of the coaching that we get in TV is if you're ever getting ramped up or there's breaking news or the weather, all they say, take a step out of the camera and take a big deep breath.
Yes.
And then you can go back in and you do feel more centered and more clarity. And in life, that's great.
Yes, and let me tell you one more thing.
Okay.
It's not the breath in that's really helpful. It's the breath out.
Oh, okay.
Because if you think about it, when you're scared and nervous, you go,
Yeah.
And if you hold on to that, you stay scared and nervous. But what happens when you're not scared anymore? You go, So it's that exhale that brings us to that more calm parasympathetic nervous system, our our resting place.
Love
Makes
it.
sense.
Exhale.
Denise, if people want to get in contact with you, where can they go?
My website is denisdruce.com.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
We want to be you.
We do.
Always.
We do.
Always.
Okay. Still a lot to come here on Fresh Living.
Yes, coming up next, we're getting an inside look at one of our favorite food trucks. It's called the Saucy Skillet. We're making a chicken pesto sandwich.
Plus, don't let your kids forget everything they've learned in school this year. There's a new way to keep their brains and bodies healthy this summer. So every Thursday here in the circle behind Channel 2, it's Food Truck Thursday, and all the food trucks line up. And we know on reality TV we've seen a lot about these. Well, this is one of our favorites. And Brittany, this is called Rubidoo. And everyone at the station talks about not only this food truck, but the mac and cheese.
Yes, so this is the Saucy Skillet, and Carl is going to show us how to make a chicken pesto sandwich, and he even brought me a little chef's hat. So let's put on the hat. Do I look official?
Oh, well, we can adjust that size here,
Okay.
and then it'll even stay on. I
Your
didn't know
head's
if there
too
was gonna
big,
be
Brittany.
two of them
I
on
have,
there.
you know what? I have a really big head. It's the problem.
Okay, there we go. Let's see how that works.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
there we go.
Okay, so
There we
Carl,
go.
how do we get started with the
Okay,
chicken?
well, what we did was we started this right now, we're just getting ready for our lunch rush.
Okay.
And so we got a number of them going. And you see when you put them down on the grill at 10 o'clock, and there's a 10 o'clock.
Okay, so that's how you get the pretty grill lines
That's
on
how
there.
you get the pretty grill lines on
Okay.
it. Exactly.
Beautiful.
Okay, now what we need to do is we need to take one of our ciabatta buns
Okay.
right here. And we didn't
What do you want me to do?
We didn't grab the mayonnaise. We need to hold on for just a second. And
Okay.
get the mayonnaise, which is right here.
All right, so he's grabbing the mayonnaise, and we're making a chicken pesto sandwich.
Cilantro
Oh,
pesto.
chicken cilantro pesto, even better.
And you see,
Okay.
instead of using butter, what we do is we use mayonnaise to grill into the bread. And so we go just like that, and then we put the bread down on the grill.
Oh,
right, like
yum!
That. Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
Now these are getting close, so I'm going to be pulling those off.
Okay.
So that they don't get overcooked. We don't want anyone to be overcooked and served dry chicken.
No.
And so that's where we're going.
Oh, it smells great back here.
And so that's a good thing. But yeah, our cilantro pesto, we make that with a little bit of cashews and fresh cilantro and some lime juice.
Yum!
And so that keeps it all nice and wonderful.
Okay, and then your other secret ingredient, here's your famous mac and cheese.
That's the
People
one.
just line up for hours for this, right?
They do that. All right, let's look at our bread.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's almost getting toasted, so we're going to twist it just like we do the other chicken breast there. So that's going. And then we have our bacon. That's an Applewood smoked bacon that we get from Daly's, a great little meat producer here in Salt Lake City.
Oh, crap, this is amazing.
Yep, and here we got our pulled pork, southwestern pulled pork, which is heating up right there, ready to go. That's slow roasted in our ovens for 8 hours before we get it onto the truck.
So much good food. Okay, Carl, so we're going to finish up the sandwich right now, and we'll come back here at the end of the show and taste all of your yummy food, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I need to taste that macaroni and cheese. Look, my spoon is ready, Carl. My spoon is right here.
Here we go.
Okay. Am I going to burn my mouth?
You're not going to be disappointed.
No, I'm sure.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
Amazing.
Wow.
So
Four
good.
cheeses. It's a good one. My mom helped me make that recipe.
I can't wait to try it.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Now, we'll try the rest in just a few minutes. Still to come, the majority of kids, speaking of mac and cheese, the majority of kids actually gain weight during the summer months, so we have some new ideas to get your kids moving. Next.
Okay, I am here with Fred Riley from Riley Counseling, and today we're tackling a tough issue, and that's depression in Utah, especially among women. So, Fred, tell me, why is it so high here in Utah?
Well, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of studies out there right now that I've been looking at that indicate religious issues. If you look across the country, you'll find more religious laden states have a lot of depression.
That's interesting.
So I think the bigger issue is it's more related to self-esteem and self-perception.
Okay.
For some reason there's a culture here that really focuses on external evaluation, is what I call that.
Yes, outward beauty, that kind of thing.
Right, and what other people might perceive of ourselves.
Okay, interesting. And so what are the signs that you may be dealing with depression? How would a woman know?
Well, women, primarily they become a little bit more isolative, concerned about what other people might think, definitely become more fatigued, exhausted, which is a little bit different than men. Somatic symptoms, so headaches, stomach aches, and self-defeating thoughts as well, and that goes back to that need for external validation.
Okay, and how do you differentiate between just having a bad week and being depressed? Because, you know, if you're having a bad week, you're tired and you're thinking these bad thoughts about yourself, but how do you know if it's really depression?
One of the big issues with depression is that you find yourself trying to fight it off and saying, I just need to be stronger, I just need to persist. And this is happening more than just a week. A lot of people don't understand depression. They try to voice their concerns to other people, and they say, oh, you're just having a bad week. But with depression, you're looking at persistent symptoms that happen up to 6 months or longer. Also looking at things like family history. Family history, genetics plays a huge role, and then situational depression as well.
Situation, what is that? Describe that a little bit.
Situational depression, I'm going to say it's a little bit different for here because there's a pretty strong, consistent culture of pressure and evaluation, like I mentioned. But situational could be any life-changing event. It could be issues with a spouse, for example. A big predictor of depression would be our perceived connection with our primary caregiver or our significant other.
Okay. And Fred, what would you say to the people who, maybe like me, I know I've had some friends that have gone through depression and family members. What can we do to help them?
Well, I think we need to be aware. I think people that are depressed tend to downplay, they tend to minimize. We need to be more watchful and be willing to be assertive and say something and say, you know what, I've noticed that you've been isolating more. I've noticed that there's these concerns. And not be afraid to mention it to them, because they're more than likely going to downplay it anyways, and they're not going to respond and look after themselves and seek care the first or second time anyways. Okay,
and Fred, tell us, how can people get a hold of you?
So
your phone number's up on the screen.
Okay, and they can also get a hold of us at gettingbacktolife.com. That's gettingbackthe2life.com.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for being here.
You betcha.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow's show, we are talking Father's Day fun, what gifts he would love to have this year.
And now is the perfect time to go on a hike, so we're making some healthy recipes you can take with you.
That is great. And a local event that features a lot of famous faces. We will give you a preview of that on tomorrow's show.
And Debbie, we forgot to mention, we have the most awesome giveaway ever.
We do. Yeah, so it's a Father's Day gift package to the Homestead Resort.
And it includes 1 round of golf.
Yes.
What dad wouldn't love that?
Yeah, so get on. Enter to win. It's a Father's Day gift that you won't want to live without.
Yes, it's great.
Okay, so we're back here at the food truck, and let's see. So this is
the Saucy Skillet.
Saucy
with
Skillet.
Carl Rubidoux.
Okay, Carl, what is this?
This is the cilantro pesto chicken sandwich, and you saw Brooke here cooking that.
Brittany. They're hard to tell apart.
They are. Yeah. I couldn't get them when they were young either. And the chicken breast that you saw Brittany cooking, there's the cilantro pesto there. We're going to take this, cut it in half.
Oh. I put it with that side of the amazing mac and cheese. Brittany, have you tried the mac and cheese?
No, I haven't tried it. I'm going to have to, Carl.
Okay, here we go.
All right, and Carl, how long are you here today if people want to come down?
We are here until 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock here, all right.
Okay.
Right off the Gallivan Center.
And here.
Yeah, lunch is served. Thanks a lot.
Lunch is served.
Have a great